Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Back for another crazy episode. Who we got in the building? Let's get this thing started.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show No Filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Happy Monday to everybody in the building. Hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. I see we got a lot going on in the chat. We need prayers to a few people in the chat. We'll talk about that a little bit. Oh, man, we got a lot of silly stuff going on in the industry. We got an update on Diddy pockets. His change is getting strange and the money is getting funny. We got going to that. This L.A. Reid situation cranks up this week. Court case for him for sexual assault of Drew Dixon or sexual and basically blackballing her and all type of stuff, man. And that's really heating up in it. I think today is jury selection, if I'm not mistaken. Who we got in here? Angelina, I see you. Just Unique, I see you. Uh-oh, y'all. We got another newbie. We got a fresh newbie, first time live person, y'all. We got a first time. Y'all, we got a first time live person. Hope she ain't nervous. Everybody welcome her. Please welcome her. Who is it? Just Unique. Susie? I tell you, once you go live, once you go live, what did C Tuck say? You'll always be all right. Everybody give a warm welcome to Susie. Her first time catching the Flow Show No Filter live. She ain't gonna never forget today. Welcome, Susie. Angelina says, hello, Susie. Welcome, Susie. Everybody say welcome to Susie. Give her a warm welcome. Her first time catching the live. Denise says, welcome, just uniquely, Susie. And welcome back, Denise. I see you were on vacation. Welcome back. Hope you smiling just like you smiling in that in your profile picture. Good to see you all. Grandma Kathy, I see you got your hip replacement Wednesday. We are praying for you to have the best hip that ever hipped on a hip. We are praying that Wednesday that Grandma Kathy will get the best hip that ever been replaced in the history of all hips. Wednesday. Grandma Kathy hip gonna be so good, she might be able to be on a football field. That hip that Grandma Kathy about to get Wednesday gonna be so good, she gonna be dunking like LeBron. So look forward to the new hip, Grandma Kathy. You're gonna be all right. You know, you got the whole crew behind you. Welcome to the breakfast crew, the wake and bake crew. And everybody in between. Angelina said, we missing some likes. Come on, y'all, like the live. We missing a few likes. Like the live and share the live so we can get it popping today. Did y'all teams win? Did y'all teams win? Y'all know this was for those who not big football fans, might not know that this weekend was the biggest weekend in all of sports. Wild card weekend. They say that because it's hella games and everybody is win or go home. So people are on that football field, players are on that football field fighting for their mother effing life. Wild card weekend was crazy. Shout out to the Bills for their big victory. Shout out to the Rams. Shout out to who else? Who won last night? That was a good the Patriots, right? Who did I miss? Did I miss anybody? Yeah, 49ers over the Eagles. Yes, the 49ers. AJ Brown, what's up with him? If you man, can you tell me what's up with AJ Brown? What he got going on? But it was a crazy weekend. Crazy weekend. But it is what it is. We got to get into this Diddy mess. Seahawks play next. Yeah, who plays tonight? Is it the Seahawks? Let me know in the chat who plays tonight. Give me 1 second, y'all. I missed a lot of week and I need to catch up. Yeah, you need to catch up, Denise. Give me 1 second. We about to get into this. I am about to grab this charger. I don't want the equipment to die. It looks like I got plenty of juice, but y'all know how that goes. 1 second. Be right back. Let me get this charger.
Swine.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show.
Yes. Quick break. Why do I always have to be ahead of all media outlets? Why do I have to be ahead of all media outlets? There is one person who spoke about Diddy was about to run into financial issues. There was one person who spoke about that early, and that was me. And the thing is, I'm often so early that I have to argue with all kind of folks. I always got to argue with folks because when I say it, they think I'm crazy. Because they can't see it. I'm the king of reading tea leaves, I tell you all the time. And it just made sense. All this overhead Diddy dealing with, case after case after case. He can't make no new money. He refused to file bankruptcy. To me, it's common sense. It's not like I'm wishing. I'm not wishing Diddy run out of money. I mean, being held accountable and just wishing bad on, that's just not my style. Y'all know me better than that. People say it as if I'm sitting around like wishing Diddy run out of money. I don't give a fuck if Diddy got money or not. All I care about is victims being heard and victims getting justice and people being held accountable. That's all I care about. I don't sit around and wish nothing bad on anybody. That's just not my style. I report what I see what's going on, and I give you my honest take. So whether Diddy going broke or not, my bills are still the same. My bills are still due whether Diddy go broke or Diddy got $100 trillion. So I think sometimes people think that, you know, when I say these things, it's like I'm sitting around wishing or hoping or like I get some joy. If Diddy's going broke, I'm happy about that. Like, I don't give a damn about the next person's money. I'm just reading what's going on and reporting it to y'all. As a matter of fact, even when I said that people who don't have a clue about how money works and how much money it really takes to maintain a lifestyle such as Diddy, they were telling me, and he's not going broke. When I said he wasn't making any new money, they're like, well, he's making a lot of money renting out his private jet. And see, that shows, Flo, you don't know what you're talking about. He's renting out his private jet and making so much money renting his private jet. And they had a little headline said, Diddy is renting out his private jet to people as he's behind bars to make some money. Anybody that's been following me knew that when that report came out months and months ago, that report about Diddy renting out his private jet was like, shit, I think the trial was still going on at that time. If you remember, and you've been following me closely, remember I said that private jet, whatever he's making, renting that out, don't cover shit. That won't cover the landscaping bill. I said it then. But I'm so 6 months, 5-6 months ahead of schedule of everybody. People think I'm crazy. But now, when the recent news dropped that Diddy just sold his private jet, now a few more people are starting to say, wait a minute. Flo might actually know what he's talking about. If money is flowing, why would Diddy sell his private jet now? He could have sold it at any point. Could have sold it last year. He started renting it out thinking he could make some money with it and realized this ain't no fucking money. This ain't going to help my $10, $15 million a month that I'm going through. So he has to sell it. Selling your private jet. And I have a video. I just don't like putting videos up because my video, this live podcast, which is every day at 8:30 a.m. It's on Apple and Spotify 24/7 all day long. You can catch me on Apple and Spotify. Matter of fact, shout out to my Apple and Spotify family out there. But you can, it's the private jet being sold is just an obvious sign. I had a video I could show where Diddy was kissing the private jet, bragging about the private jet, talking about how much he loved it. He was like literally in a creepy way making love to that private jet. If you saw the video, you would it would even add more credence. He would never want to sell that private jet. He loved that private jet. It made him feel like a big time, big baller, big heavyweight elite person that he wants to be. I don't know if y'all saw the video, but maybe I might post it on my social media today. Diddy was rubbing the walls of that private jet and kissing it. I don't know if this is when he first got it or he had it for a while, but he loved that private jet. He sold it. So to everybody out there that argue with me that there were no money problems and Diddy got 400 million and 500 million and a billionaire and all of that, explain to me why he's selling his private jet. When the last time y'all heard Diddy selling some shit like that? You didn't hear about Diddy selling shit until this trial came and put a dent in them pockets. You didn't hear Diddy selling houses, selling private jets, putting his kids on strict budgets. And ain't nothing wrong with it. Money get tight for everybody. It's a human thing, but y'all got to realize I am just reporting and giving commentary on what's going on. And the only reason that we even discussing Diddy pockets is because we believe, and a lot of sources have told me, that he has more criminal charges coming down the pipe. And if money is an issue, that will affect him being able to fight the charges. And I ran across this article from the Media Takeout. Diddy going broke, puts entire family on a budget. Now, the date on this is January 10th, 2026. Think about how far back I've been saying it. And again, it just gives you it lets you know why I am at the forefront when it comes to covering this whole Diddy saga. Ain't nobody better than yours truly. And that's why everybody involved in the situation, a lot of close people in the situation, post my videos, like my videos, repost my videos, hit me up in my DM, tell me confidential stuff because they know I'm a man of integrity. I'm only going to put out information that people are allowing me to put out. If you tell me something in trust, I'm not going to run to the internet with it. I don't need the clicks and views. I get enough views on my own. So now it's just funny. Now I keep the flow community. You guys are always, from the beginning, my goal is for you to know much more than your friends and family and anybody else that's covering and watching these stories. My goal is for y'all to always know more than them and to be ahead of the curve. And so far, I don't think I've disappointed. We always ahead of the curve. Now I always got to say something, then I got to sit back and wait months and months and months for the rest of the media to catch up with me. And here's another example. But it says, Diddy's money on lockdown. Diddy may still be one of the biggest names in hip hop, but behind the scenes, his finances are reportedly on a very tight leash. Now we're going to connect this Diddy stuff to the L.A. Reid sexual assault case going on this week. So stay tuned for that, because I'm telling you, that's going to be explosive. And I'm going to tell you why when we get to the L.A. Reid mess. Now back to this. While the mogul serves a 50-month sentence. Oh, and we're going to cover that 50-month sentence with these rumors going around that Diddy could be out as early as this year, this summer. We're going to have to address that too. So stay tuned. We got a lot to talk about today. 50-month sentence at Fort Dix in New Jersey following 2 Manhattan conviction. Sources tell Media Takeout that even people in his inner circle are now feeling the effects of strict financial control. According to the sources familiar with the situation, Diddy's money is currently being managed by TriStar Sports and Entertainment, the business management firm overseeing his assets during his incarceration. And insiders say access to those funds is anything but easy. Denying access to the funds Access denied. Funds had to be low. Elise says his kids probably stashed a lot of his money knowing Pops was going to be broke. They might have. Sources confirmed to Media Takeout that TriStar has placed heavy restrictions on how and when the money is released, which has allegedly caused delays in payments to certain staff members and even attorneys. One insider claims that at least one employee has already walked away because of the financial holdups. Employees are walking away from the diddler. But all the idiots out there would have had me believe that I didn't know what I was talking about when I said money was getting funny. Change was getting strange. Coins were going. But now you kind of feel me. Now that more publications are saying it, now you get my drift. Like I said, I wasn't wishing for his pockets to go broke. It was just, I got a lot of common sense, y'all. I was born with a lot of common sense. And common sense, if you know how much money did he spend, what type of overhead he has, and the way he makes his money, you would understand that this brand destroyed him. See, Diddy makes money by being in the middle of money, by being in the middle of a producer and the label, by being in the middle of a liquor company and the consumers, by using his brand. A big part of how Diddy made money is a brand would say, man, we need exposure. We want to be linked with Diddy. That was a big part, maybe 80% of how Diddy made his money. So when said brand gets destroyed, you have just took a man who could make millions and millions and millions and millions and millions damn near every day till he can't make shit. That would hurt anybody. So to get to where we are right now, and just think, it's going to get worse. We still got part 2 coming. Take a puff. We still got part 2 of the documentary coming. Take a puff on that. Take a puff for Puff Daddy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. the Diddler. More lawsuits are coming. More cases are coming. More time is going by with this overhead kicking Diddy's ass. Where's the documentary? Where's Diddy's documentary? With his sons? Where is it? Where is it? I don't know where it is. I haven't heard about it. Who knows if Zeus may have got shut down behind the scenes? Who knows if somebody told Zeus, you put that documentary out, I'm pulling all my funds. Who knows? I'm just speculating at this point. I haven't heard anything of the sort. I don't know what happened to the documentary. It could still be coming out as far as I know. But what I do know is that documentary ain't gonna make the money that Diddy looking for. So we got employees who have already walked away. Mr. Told You So Flo has done it again. And the funny thing is, on my most recent post on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, when I spoke about Diddy's financial hardships or whatever, the little Mohawk Diddies and all the Diddiots out there, they running for the hills. They ain't even coming up under the post no more trying to defend Diddy's money. They kind of bowing out. They saying that fucker Flo knows what the hell he talking about. we might want to leave his ass alone. Because he said this shit months ago. Months. I ain't no joke. If it's a tea leaf to be read, pay attention to what comes out of my head. Because ain't nobody better than me when it come to reading them tea leaves. I improved it over and over and over and over again. Shit, even 50 Cent wonder how I know what I know. When 50 Cent reposted that video of mine, when I was talking about the tampering charges and the witness tampering charges that they looking at with Diddy and how he's probably gonna dive into the Kim Porter stuff more on part 2. 50 Cent ain't told me none of that. I'm just good at reading between the lines. To the point where he had to post it. He said, I don't know how Flo know what the hell going on, but I sure as hell better gotta repost it and co-sign it. Now, while Diddy remains one of the wealthiest figures in entertainment, those around him are reportedly discovering that being connected to a billionaire does not necessarily mean quick access to cash. To be clear, Diddy spokesperson Judah Engelmeyer has denied that there is any disruption in payments, saying there are no issues with how finances are being handled. Still, multiple sources insist the situation is far more complicated behind the scenes. Sources told Media Takeout that it's not only his employees feeling the pressure, his legal team is feeling the pressure. Now his family must operate within a strict budget, with any additional expenses requiring approval through TriStar. If a family member goes over the set amount, they must submit invoices for reimbursement. One example that raised eyebrows, we talked about the family dinner. For someone long associated with luxury, excess, and financial freedom, the idea of Diddy's money being tightly rationed feels like a dramatic shift. Let me stop right there for a second. A dramatic shift that I spoke about. But who am I? I'm just a guy on the internet shooting from the hip who has been right 99% of the time. I would say out of 10 predictions, I get 9 of them right. I might have one wrong. I'm human. I said that Diddy would before Diddy was even arrested, I said he would go to prison. I was right. I said he would get RICO. I was wrong. But even the one thing I didn't get right was the RICO. The whole world, legal analysts and everything, is surprised. And people got fired behind it. So even though I didn't quite get that one right, the whole world, even the legal system, believes that was an open and shut RICO case. And you know how I know that? Because motherfuckers got fired behind losing this case or not getting RICO. Other than that, I've been spot on. And even the RICO thing, that's just moving the goalposts. I said Diddy would be in prison when people told me he wouldn't even get arrested. Before they even charged Diddy, I said he would be in prison. He would go to prison. There were tons and tons of people who told me at that time, roughly 2 years ago, that Diddy wouldn't even get arrested. Yet here we are. Yet here we are. A long fall from grace for the diddler. We know last week Trump said, Diddy's name has fallen so far from grace. Trump felt the need to not only just not pardon him, but come out and just put the whole support of Diddy to bed. No more playing with words. Oh, I'm going to look into it. Oh, I don't know. I'll see. No. Trump had to say, fuck no. Trump had to come on TV or come on video and say, as far as I'm concerned, Diddy can kick rocks and flip flops with no socks. Now, an article goes on to say, although Diddy is said to still communicate regularly with his family, access to his fortune is reportedly far from free-flowing. Every expense, every request, and every payment has to go through the gatekeepers. Some insiders believe the tight controls are designed to protect assets and avoid future legal or financial complications. Others say it reflects how complicated managing a massive business empire can become when its founder is no longer in direct control. Either way, the contrast is striking. A man once synonymous with champagne lifestyles, private jets, which have been sold, and unlimited spending is now reportedly operating under strict financial supervision. And while his camp insists everything is running smoothly, the complaints from staff, attorneys, and even family members suggest that the reality may be far from uncomfortable. Whether this is a temporary measure or a long-term restructuring of Diddy's financial world remains to be seen. One thing is clear. Prison life has changed more than just his daily routine. It has reshaped how money moves around him. For now, the mogul who once defined Black excellence is living in a world of approvals, invoices, and budgets. And fans cannot help but wonder, is this just financial management during a crisis, or the first real sign that even Diddy's empire is feeling the strain? I think it's a clear case that Diddy's empire is feeling the strain. I think a man as prideful as Diddy would only sell his private jet if he had to. I don't think, especially being in the position that Diddy's in right now, I just don't think he would sell his private jet because he knows how it looks. He knows what it implies. I just don't think in my heart of hearts that Diddy would sell it unless he really didn't have much of a choice. That's just my thoughts on the situation. So as far as selling that private jet, let's dive into that. From Hip Hop Weekly, Sean Diddy Combs sells his private jet from behind bars. The bad boy rapper officially parted ways with this all-black Gulfstream G550 after acquiring it in February 2021. The aircraft now carries the tail number T7-OKS, appearing to be registered in San Marino. It was previously registered as N1969C and owned by Combs Love Air LLC. The private jet was made in 2015 and is valued at around $60 million. Seating 14 passengers, it includes beige interiors and an entertainment system, and is pet friendly. Since his arrest in September 2024, Combs had been renting out the jet. As of May 2025, it was hired over 126 times and used almost every other day since it was made available, clocking around 150,000 miles. One journey cost 32,000, racking up over 4 million in that time frame. Combs previously suggested putting the jet up for sale to raise money for potential bail, but the judge rejected him. The rapper was sentenced to 4 years, blah, 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 blah. We already know that. No pardon, no pardon. That's the skinny on the private jet. It is what it is. And before we get to this L.A. Reid stuff, how many of y'all have heard about this story about Diddy being approved for the First Step Act, which they are saying he could be home this summer? I disagree and don't think it will happen, but I think it's something we need to discuss. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard about the rumor about Diddy being approved. Well, since Diddy was approved for the First Step Act, he could be home this summer. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all heard that. Let me see how many people have even heard that rumor. Let's see how far that rumor actually traveled. So Tracy heard it. Angelina heard it. Now we're getting we're getting mixed takes on this. Some people saying it's true. Some people saying it's absolutely false. I actually went to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT tells me it's impossible, and I'll lay out why. But we'll go over the article first, and then I'll let you guys know what ChatGPT and other legal analysts have broke down, and we'll see who's right, who's wrong. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. But let's check it out. Media takeout again, exclusive. Sean Diddy Combs approved for First Step Act, could be home by this summer. According to multiple sources connected to former billionaire mogul who spoke to Media Takeout, Diddy has officially been approved for federal government's First Step Act program, a prison reform initiative that allows eligible inmates to earn significant time of their sentence through structured programs and good behavior. And if everything continues on track, we are told the music mogul could be out on work release as early as this summer. And this is their breakdown. Now, keep in mind, after this breakdown, I'm going to tell you what legal analysts and ChatGPT says about this. Which is supposed to be an unbiased source. But this is what they say. Right now, Diddy's official release date is May 28th. That is what the paperwork says, but in reality, the date is not set in stone. Here's why. The First Step Act, passed in 2018, was designed to reduce time by rewarding inmates who complete approved rehabilitation programs. Under the law, federal prisoners can earn 10 to 15 days of time credit for every 30 days of participation in what are called evidence-based reduction programs or productive activities. Over time, those credits can add up fast, sometimes shaving 12 to 18 months or more off of a sentence. This Diddy has been accepted into this program. Sources tell us that Diddy successfully completed the Bureau of Prisons' initial risk and needs assessment, known as the pattern evaluation, which determines whether an inmate is eligible to participate in credit earning programs. Based on that assessment, BOP officials recommend that he be placed into specific structured programs designed to address identified needs and qualify him for time credits. In other words, he passed the gate. Once an inmate is approved, participation in these programs allows them to accumulate credits that can be applied toward early placement in supervised release, home confinement, or work release, rather than serving the full sentence in prison. We are told that Diddy is currently enrolled in approved activities and is maintaining the opt-in status required to continue earning credits. Refusing programs or failing to comply can pause or eliminate eligibility, but sources say Diddy has remained compliant. Because of the amount of credit he is eligible to earn, combined with good behavior and time already served, insiders say Diddy could transition to a work release or community placement program as early as this summer. That would mean he is no longer fully incarcerated inside a federal facility, but instead working and living under strict supervision. For those who do not follow the legal side closely, work release is often the final step before full release. It allows inmates to leave the facility for employment or approved activities while still technically serving their sentence. In short, freedom is suddenly on the horizon. This development comes after months of speculation about how much time Diddy would serve. When he was sentenced, many assumed he would remain locked up until at least 2028. But the First Step Act has quietly reshaped the system, especially for inmates who qualify and participate consistently. Of course, none of this changes the seriousness of the case that landed him in prison. Diddy's fall from billionaire mogul and public opinion remains sharply divided. Still, legally speaking, the clock is now moving much faster than anyone expected. Source close to the situation tells Media Takeout that Diddy is focused, compliant, and determined to get through his process. One insider put it bluntly, he knows the only way out sooner is to follow the rules to the letter, and that's exactly what he's doing. There has been no official statement yet from the Bureau of Prisons or Diddy's legal team confirming the projected summer timeline, but multiple confirmations indicate that his First Step Act approval is real and already in effect. Which means while the world is still processing the downfall, the system is already setting a stage for his return. From a May 28 release to possibly walking free in a few months, if this holds, it would be one of the most dramatic turnarounds in recent celebrity legal history, and we are watching. This is bullshit. Oh, hey, look, I didn't even read Tracy's comment, and we both said the same thing. I call bullshit. First of all, don't y'all notice no other a news that big? Don't y'all notice no other publications have spoke about this? Not even TMZ. TMZ ain't even spoke about this. ABC, NBC, MSNBC, Yahoo News, New York Times, People, LA Times, like all of these publications. If there was a chance that Diddy could come home this summer, you don't think nobody else would be fucking talking about it? That's number one. I haven't even dove into the technical end of it. I'm just going to use the common sense part. Some news that big and only Media Takeout is reporting it? Nobody else? Not even TMZ? This is a story that was reported by Diddy's team and sent to Media Takeout personally, which is why nobody else is reporting this crap. Now, that's just the common sense part of it. Let me go to the technical part of it, which is broke down by ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Why a 2026 release is not realistic. ChatGPT, not a person talking shit, not me, not Diddy's PR crisis team, not Media Takeout, no public. This is just ChatGPT, an AI system that is designed to just spew out whatever the law says. ChatGPT says the First Step Act does not erase years off a sentence. The First Step Act mainly allows earned time credits to be used for early placement, halfway house, or home confinement, not early freedom years in advance. It does not override the sentence length set by the court. His May 2028 date already includes good time credit. Federal inmates can earn up to 15% of good behavior. That reduction is already baked into the May 28 release date. There is no extra stack of time that suddenly pushes the release to 2026. This is ChatGPT. This isn't me. Earned credits do not convert to free and clear release. Even if he earns maximum first step credits, they can generally be used only to move to home confinement or halfway house, only near the end of the sentence. Federal law still requires serving 85% of the sentence unless you get a court order sentence reduction or a pardon, which we know both of those are out the window. This is a direct quote from ChatGPT. ChatGPT says, bottom line, in plain English, people predicting summer of 2026 are confusing early placement with early release. The law simply does not allow the First Step Act to move a mid-2028 release date up by nearly 2 full years. It doesn't happen. And finally, ChatGPT also says that's why professionals are saying the 2026 release date doesn't hold up. So there's that. There's no way without a court order or a pardon that a 50-month release date gets turned into a year and a half. 50 months is 4.25 years. You're not taking a 4.25 years and breaking it down to a year and a half. Basically, they talking about a whole 3 years being shaved off his case, his time. Where they do that at? Everybody with money, or everybody, you know how many prisoners would be home in 5 minutes if that was the case? But as many of other Diddy's tactics, even putting out this possibility of getting out extra early is going to backfire. Y'all know why it's going to backfire? Because you're going to have these feds and the rest of these officials say, you know what? We need to hurry up and put in some overtime and get these other indictments and get these other charges pushed before Diddy gets out early. So he's just gonna really force the hand of the feds and whoever is working on these new charges that we're hearing through the grapevine that are coming Diddy's way. Well, now they're saying, you know what? Let's put the pedal to the metal. If Diddy was smart, he would just quietly be trying to get the fuck out early. Quiet. Don't give the feds a heads up, putting it out for the whole world to hear, because now they're like, you know what? Just in case Diddy is able to pull a fast one and get out by this summer, Let's make sure we bring this new charges in the next few months. I got a feeling they're going to be bringing new charges in March. And that date is just in my head. I don't know why, but I feel like new charges are coming in March. I remember last year, I think it was March, when they brought the superseding indictment. I believe it was March. And so now, I believe they're gonna come in March again with new charges. And don't you see how convenient it was? This is how you know it's a Diddy story. You know, let me give y'all some insight on how I read tea leaves and how I understand stuff without me even seeing it being reported. Don't y'all think that how ironic it is that the minute Trump shut down Diddy's pardon, miraculously, this story comes out about Diddy being released this summer? See, that tells me it's a Diddy story. Because if it was just a general story that came out there, first of all, more people would be reporting it. Second of all, that story would have come out. It wouldn't have waited till right after Trump says he's not going to pardon Diddy. But Diddy has to keep everybody under the belief that he's coming home soon. It's part of his intimidation. He needs to keep his workers quiet. He needs to keep attorneys quiet. He needs to keep a lot of people quiet who may come out and start spilling the beans. Read the tea leaves. The story about Diddy coming home this summer breaks right after Trump shuts down, finally, once and for all, shuts down Diddy's pardon hopes. And then miraculously, Diddy's pardon hopes get shut down. Then miraculously, Diddy coming home this summer comes out within seconds. Come on, y'all. It's obvious to me. I don't know. Is it obvious to y'all? It's obvious to me. I don't know if it's obvious to everybody, but it's obvious to me. Let me go into the chat and see what y'all got going on. And Diddy's name may come up in this new what is his name? L.A. Reid. Sorry, I was drawing a blank. L.A. Reid accused of unwanted sexual assault advances, blackballing Drew Dixon's career, and they got proof. They got hardcore proof of it. His trial starts this week. Y'all know L.A. Reid, the big-time music mogul, is caught up in this whole Diddy. He sent Usher and Justin Bieber to Diddy. L.A. Reid, his name is behind a lot of shady stuff. And he's on trial this week. Because Drew Dixon refused to have sex with him or refuses sexual advances and other things. She is alleging that he blackballed her career. And they are saying that John Legend is proof, and he will be taking a stand. And another thing that don't look good for L.A. Reid is the judge has just came to the conclusion that L.A. Reid improperly deleted evidence. And that evidence he deleted is text messages. Now, if you are innocent, would you really be needing to delete evidence, delete text messages? I say no. I say no. What say you? That don't sound like an innocent man. Then we have quotes from John Legend, the singer. We're just ordinary people. That John Legend. The one that said, we don't know which way to go. Well, this is a quote from him. It's just tragic when you lose the creativity and the fire of someone because they've been undermined for the wrong reasons. I think Drew's story is a tragedy, and there's been far too many stories like that in our business. John Legend is speaking about Drew Dixon trying to get John Legend signed and L.A. Reid shutting it down. And him shutting it down because she refused his sexual advances over the years or over the time that this alleged criminal activity spanned. John Legend says, and it's happening too much in our business. This is what I've been saying. John Legend is going to take the stand. I believe L.A. Reid's ass is grass. I believe L.A. Reid's ass is grass. Tracy say, delete. If you delete it, don't mean it's gone. She said, just ask her ex-husband. Oh, it's still there. It leaves a digital footprint for those who don't know. Denise says, John Legend is a PDF file, so he can shut his trap mouth to him and his wife. Well, the good thing is he will have to speak under oath. And whatever he is, Denise, he probably going to be sinking L.A. Reid's ass. But now that you say that, Denise, if they do have proof that John Legend is a PDF file, they might be behind the scenes threatening him. You just never know what to expect. John Legend might not testify to what we think he's going to testify to. He might get up there and plead the fifth because somebody might say, if you go up there talking shit, we're going to put all your business out. We don't know what to expect, y'all. We learned from the Diddy trial. We don't know what to expect. We don't know what to expect. All we can do is sit back and watch and see what the hell happens. But this is a doozy. For somebody as big as L.A. Reid, to be actually on trial for shit that's been going on in the industry for years, this is a huge case. Now, tomorrow, we got to talk about Diddy being dragged into this STD disclosure case. And it was something that started off as not really much of nothing to it's actually turning into something. We got to, it's just, when you look around, it's just too many things going on, man. I don't know what case is going to be brought forth to Diddy. I don't know what is he going to be able to get out of this mess. I doubt it. I will check into it and bring it to you tomorrow. Remind me, Grandma Kathy. We're going to go over for Grandma Kathy tomorrow. Please don't let me forget, guys. Tomorrow, Taco Tuesday, we're going to get some updates on the rest of David. I'm going to do some digging and see what I come up with so we can discuss that tomorrow on tomorrow's show. So just that, Grandma Kathy, I got you. Before your hip replacement, we are going to cover the singer David. And for those that may not know, David is accused by the whole public and supposedly should be arrested soon for the unaliving of a minor in which he had an alleged relationship with. The whole thing's a mess, and I don't like it. But I tell you one thing, we'll be back.
No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in.
Let's get the I'm outs in the chat. Can we get the I'm outs in the chat? Another great show. I know that time moves fast, don't it? Let's get the I'm outs in the chat. Hey, Desi.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, tap in.
Thank you so much, Grandma Kathy. Ain't y'all so happy we got a theme song? Ain't y'all so happy we got an intro and a theme song? Shout out to C-Tuck for that. And thank you, Grandma Kathy says, I have Mr. Flow on stereo, laptop, and cell phone. I love it. Hey, look, and I love it. And as always, I love y'all. Desi said, have I made it a ringtone alarm yet, Flo? Yeah, I need to make it a ringtone. I need to make it a ringtone. Even the intro make you hang around a little longer. But as always, I love y'all. But I'm